Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry, and in tonight's free video, I wanted to offer you a couple different setups. I was thinking about just leaving it at 3, but I guess there's 4 that are actually on the top of my mind. And it all starts here with the Qs. So if we're looking at the ETF for the NASDAQ here, a couple of things worth noting. The first of which for me is that I'm going to look at this in bullish favor, because when we look at the 408 swing high against the move down here into 254, if we were really going to remain directly bearish, well, then we should fail at the 618 retracement to that, right? And the market moving lower from there very much keeps bears in charge. But we didn't do that, right? We cleared this level, and usually the last spot that you could even try to make that argument is the 786. But you had weekly closes above that level too, and all of that, of course we have pulled back from there, but clearing those levels starts to set up favorable proportions to have a look at that old swing high. So I believe that's a favorable proportion. It's a good pattern. Now notice that in the smaller swing, because all of this works like fractals, right? You can take it down into smaller with the same proportion. But you see that 618 that the Qs are kind of stuck at right here? That's what creates this unique situation into next week's expiry. You could definitely have a pullback off of that, but essentially anything down into 350, I'm going to be looking to try to buy over the course of the next 3 to 5 months, thinking that those squeezes fire long. So I am considering that in tech, and then when we move over into SMH, you have a similar situation. So if you're viewing it off of the daily time frame, right, we're getting up through what has been the descending part of that channel. So same thing, where I like to buy those daily 21 EMAs. So this could fall $6, and then it would be into a buy zone to try and set it up off of, very similar situations, right? Same bullish relationship to a previous 618 that builds out this flagging pattern, and then you also have a squeeze. So from there, it's like, tech, chips, and then you go into the individual names. And NVIDIA is set with the, very similar signal. So same proportions, same squeeze setup, and then you could find it in AMD. So these squeezes are really just showing up all the way across the board. And most of the time, this is when good directional money is to be made. So again, I like those from the chips, and then we can take that over into a slight detour of Meta, and I'll just repeat it for the final time, or it's just all the same thing, right? But that's the purpose of the videos, to kind of narrow it down for you. Find these that are set to outperform. Same previous swing high against a swing low. Squeeze begins to form in a bullish relationship to the previous 618. That should have us looking at the old swing high as target 1. Then we'll have 2, 3, and 4 as the external retracements of that move. So, like I said, it'll take a while to have those play out, but squeezes are the foundation of my analysis, and I hope you find it helpful as we get into the next year. Y'all have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you in the next free video. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.